As a parent with a child in addiction, it is the most isolating, scariest thing you can ever experience. You know, not knowing, watching their life spiral out of control and not knowing what to do. This is not something you're prepared for. This is not something that you're taught. It is just a very scary experience as a parent. Watching my son see his life spiral out of control in drug addiction affected not just me, but the whole family unit. Was I enabling him? I didn't think I was, but obviously I was. And it was just helpless. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to help him. I didn't seem to be able to stop him from doing it. It wasn't a problem that I could solve. He wasn't brought up to do this, yet, you know, here he was addicted to meth. For me, as a parent, it was the most agonising experience I could ever imagine. I felt guilt, shame, and just an overwhelming sense of fear. What was going to be the end of this story? What was going to happen in the end? I was dreading every phone call, whether it be from him, every private number I ever received, just fear of not knowing where he was, who he was with, what he was doing. It was just really difficult to accept as a parent. He would come home, just sleep for days and then disappear again. And I just didn't know what to do. Life after treatment has not just changed my son's life, it has changed our whole family's life. And as a mother, it has particularly changed my life. So it has set us all free. That's the simplest way that I can say it. We're all free. Free from the addiction and the life that was spiralling out of control, free from fear. I look forward to every phone call I receive from my son, watching him go on and study and do things in his life that you want your children to do is just such a blessing and such a positive experience. Overseas rehabilitation worked for us, particularly, you know, they say it's geography, but getting away from friends and getting away from that environment is a good thing. Knowing that it's 6 hours to come home and to think about before you can get on a plane makes it that much easier. Knowing that he was in a safe place was really important to me. Just knowing where he was every day, even if I didn't hear from him, just knowing that he was okay. And that just such a weight off our shoulders, or my shoulders. And it basically changed our lives. I attended a family program and basically learned some skills to be able to understand how my behaviour as a parent was enabling him and how better to deal with situations. This really helped as well. I found it really important to understand that it really is a disease. A lot of people feel it's just a choice and they shouldn't have made that choice, but once they've made that choice and they're in that cycle, then, you know, it's such a problem. And it's really important that for me as a parent that it wasn't just about him getting clean, it was about him learning to deal with whatever the underlying issue was in the first place and work on himself. So for us it was long-term treatment, and that long-term treatment turned out to be amazing. And as I've said, the only word I can use to describe is freedom. Him getting clean set us all free.